Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert to be tempted by the devil. After fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. The tempter came to him and said, "If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread." Jesus answered,
"It is written, man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God."
Then the devil took him to the holy city and had him stand on the highest point of the temple. "If you are the Son of God," he said, "throw yourself down. For it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone." Jesus answered him,
"It is also written, do not put the Lord your God to the test."
Again the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor. "All this I will give you," he said, "if you will bow down and worship me." Jesus said to him,
"Away from me, Satan! For it is written, worship the Lord your God, and serve him only."
Then the devil left him, and angels came and attended him.
Well, we used to have a meeting at church, a women's guild at one time. I think I'm about the only one that's left now. Dorothy's mother and Peter's mother and all the old ones were there. And we used to meet up with Hortonville on the Tuesday, because their meeting was on the Tuesday. And there was a lady there that was headmistress of John Hunt's school. And she's only a little lady, but she's very forceful and very big worker for women's work and such like. And in the holidays, when she had the holidays from school, she used to go to Italy and these different countries and take beautiful photographs of the lovely flowers and places that she'd been to. When we used to go on the Tuesday for the meeting, we would have a little service, and then she would show us on the screen all these beautiful pictures and places. And I used to look forward to that afternoon. We did it quite a few years, till we were all getting a bit older, and some passed on. And so therefore, in the end, our meeting got so small and theirs, we had to finish the meetings. And it was a lovely afternoon. It was always one that I looked forward to. And then afterwards, of course, we had tea and cake. And one Maundy Thursday that I can remember, and I don't know whether you can, Richard, remember it. It was when Martin was with us. They had the tables all the way across the church, and he did a proper service, and there was some how can I put it? I can't remember the name of it now. A bitter sort of something, which was of the real thing from that used to have in Jerusalem. And I can't quite remember the name of it now. But we did this service on, and it's always stuck in my mind. The length of the church, and it was full, and it was like a parsley, but it was bitter something. It's in the Bible, but I can't just think of the name of it. Perhaps you can. And he managed to get it. And I always remember that service. It was a beautiful service. Thursday night, sometimes Thursday night, we would go to, when it was the church at North End, and we had a service there. Then early Friday morning, 8 o'clock, we used to go to the church and have communion and a little service. And when we'd had that little service, our first call was the fish shop, the fish stalls where we bought our fish for Good Friday. And then over the road, our hot cross buns. And that was our Good Friday.
But the Lent, actually, you didn't sort of make a big thing of Lent then itself.
Well, it was really, because we had so much filled in. It was sort of took up nearly the whole of the week.
Yeah.
With different things. Mm.
Much more now than than now then.
Much more then than now. Yeah. Yes.
Much more of a community thing.
Yes. Because, as I say, our meetings have now finished. I didn't go to a house group because I'd got 2 meetings to go to, and I said that was sufficient for me, because I had to run the guild on a Tuesday because people were getting old and didn't want to take anything on, and so actually that was enough for me. Yes. And we used to go to each evening as well. We had half an hour at our church, and different people took it in our church.
That was Holy Week, was it?
Holy Week. Half an hour service. Yes.
Every night of the week?
Every night, yes. Yeah. I used to go every night. Mm.
Well, the Lent period for me is, I wasn't brought up, I wouldn't say in a Christian home is the wrong thing to say, because Mum and Dad went to weddings and funerals and baptisms and things like that, but didn't actually go to church. But I've always felt a bit of a pull, or what, even when I was younger, I went to Sunday school of my own asking to go. And then obviously I attended a church school and a Methodist, Guildhall Street Methodist school. So I kind of learned all what the Lent period actually meant, why they did what they did, to mark what it meant in Jesus' life and his ministry. But for me, I've never really given anything up for Lent, or marked it in a special way. But having said that, since lockdown, the last 2 years, I think leading up to Holy Week, I think has been more important. Especially last year when we did Live Lent, which was a course with a lot of churches. We did it with Peter Hibbert's. We did it online, Joan, didn't we?
Yes.
And there was a lot of churches from Southwell Methodist churches, Anglican churches, quite a lot of us. And it was really interesting, and we worked through the Live Lent course. And we used to look forward to a Tuesday afternoon, didn't we, Joan?
Yes.
Discussing, you know, some really nice people.
Yes,
So last year's lead up to the Holy Week Lent period for us was really special.
yes, it was.
It was, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Yeah. And actually we did make, we did make friendships with a lot of the people on the course, but unfortunately they were online friendships. They weren't, although a couple of them did come, didn't they?
One of the ladies did come to Charles Street at one time, because when I came on the screen,
She
said,
recognised
"Oh,
you.
I know you." At one time, she did come to Charles Street.
Yes. So actually, we followed that course through, and really looked forward to it every week, didn't we?
Yes,
And got a lot out of it last year, which was really nice.
Yeah.
But for me, I kind of like to think, rather than give up things for Lent, whether in fact we could, or for me, it's do something to mark Lent. Whether it would be do something every day. It could just be a small gesture, like smile to the people that you meet on your way to work or in the street, or say good morning, and make it something special every day to do. Even just sit for 5 or 10 minutes, just to think, or to be still, or to listen to a piece of music, but make it that you do that every day in the Lent period. And to me, that is more important. It shows more love, passion, empathy. And instead of giving up things, I think it would be nicer to actually make a point of doing something nice every day. Because I think that's probably what Jesus would have wanted us to do.